Hi guys, welcome to Simply Ants. This is my Phytol pallidula colony. They have about 20 workers and a lot of brood. It isn't my only pallidula colony, as you will see later, but I won't show all of them, only 2. They are a fast-growing species, and one of my favorite, because of their aggressiveness. I feed them mealworms or roaches and honey every other day. This is my second pallidula colony out of 4. They have about the same amount of workers as the last one. The only difference is the container they're housed in. Feeding and care is the same. Though I have to say they have been progressing faster. Maybe it's just about the queen. Nothing much to say here. Next up is my Phytol megacephala colony. They are my newest colony, I collected myself. They have around 300 workers, but most are hiding inside the nest in the soil. There you can see 2 nest entrances. If we look under, we can see a little of the nest. The brood is visible nicely. Originally they were housed in this EA acrylic medium nest. But the day after moving them into it, they found a gap where they can escape, so I force moved them into the outworld, which had the soil. Some workers were sadly left inside the nest. Here we have my Lasius emarginatus colony. It's still young, only having 5 to 8 workers. It may seem like Lasius niger, but the queen has a slightly red thorax, which is hard to see on the video. Next up is my Crematogaster scutularis. It is a small colony having around 17 workers. They dragged the piece of mealworm I gave them to the larva to feed. If you're wondering why they are in a tubing instead of a test tube, it's because I tried moving them once using tubing, but they moved into it. It was pretty funny. Here is my Tetramorium cuspidum colony. They have a very dirty test tube, which I will move them out later. In their update you will see how they're doing. Here is my tiny temnothorax queen. She is only 4 mm and has some eggs and larvae. If you're planning to keep this species, I recommend to feed the queen honey even if she's still in founding stage. Nevertheless, the species in her genus are very beautiful. This is my Formica cunicularia queen. She had a colony once, but they sprayed themselves while I was on vacation. Now I fed her honey, and I hope that she will start again. There isn't too much to say about this queen. This is one of my many laziest Niger colonies. It's the biggest of the bunch and very much still growing. They have a big bunch of cocoons and some larvae. They are not pickly eaters, as most of you know, and accept anything that is edible. In my opinion, it is a very underrated species, as they are quite aggressive as well. I like their growth speed too. Here are 2 pieces of mealworms I fed them and they devoured. I also fed them honey, of which they left no traces behind. Their test tube is a bit dirty too, but not to the point that I have to move them yet. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye and have a nice time.